Okay, so yesterday was probably the third most stressful day of my entire life. By the end of the day, I was so drained, so exhausted that I crashed so hard. So not last night, but the night before, I woke up in the middle of a dream in which I was covered in blood. I had blood all over my hands, and I woke up and I just instinctively knew that I was bleeding. And guys, I'm really sorry for talking about this, but I have to tell you what's going on. And I couldn't do it yesterday. I couldn't bring myself to speak. So I woke up and I instinctively knew I was bleeding, and bleeding while you're pregnant is never a good sign. So I ran to the bathroom, and sure enough, I was bleeding, and it was quite substantial amount of blood. And I went and I Googled for about 2.5 hours and prayed and prayed and prayed. 2.5 hours later, I fell asleep in front of the computer. And then I woke up to tiny little Emmy asking for milk or water because she had been sick the night before and she was dying of thirst. So I grabbed her some water, and then we laid down in bed, and I tried to do some contemplative prayer, and that's when you turn over your basically your whole entire psyche to God, and you just say, use it. I give only you permission to use it, to tell me whatever it is you want to tell me. And I fell asleep. Sometimes it works for me, and sometimes it takes forever, and it takes too long that I fall asleep, so I fell asleep. And I woke up the next morning, and I told Dan what was going on, and make a long story short, we ended up going to the hospital. I've got a blog on KelloggShow that goes into a little bit of detail about, you know, everything that happened yesterday, but this is just to catch you up to speed pretty quick. Went and did labs. I switched doctors because I called my own doctor, and they couldn't see me yesterday. And because they couldn't fit me in yesterday, they told me to go to the ER, and that just seems like a ridiculous use of the ER. I wasn't in any imminent danger. I didn't need stitches. I didn't have broken bone, and I was not in any kind of threatening situation for, you know, my life. And you know, if you're having a miscarriage, there's really nothing you can do about it. But Dan urged me to call another doctor, who I'm going to use now because my doctor obviously sucks, and the care of a patient is not as important to them as anything else. So these people who don't know me from Adam sent me to the hospital to get lab work and then come back to them, which I did, met them, fantastically happy people. It was a really neat office. So they came in and did a brief history, and you know how brief a history is when you've got 12 pregnancies to discuss. And doctor came in, introduced herself. She was peppy, she was happy, she did an ultrasound, and everything looked really great. We were devastated yesterday when we thought this was happening. All of us devastated. And unfortunately, I did tell the kids because I had a moment of absolute, complete, selfish... I go into this on my blog. So at any rate, we go, I have a transvaginal ultrasound. There's the baby. Heart beats 173 beats per minute. Everything looked fantastic. I did pass a clot when I was pregnant with Emmy at the very, very beginning. So obviously my body like retains clots after each pregnancy, and they just sit there. And I did not pass one with Ellie, and I guess this time it just decided to, and that's the story that I'm sticking to. They saw an additional, she thinks maybe, an additional gestational sac, so, you know, like my friend, Scandinavian mom, who just trained to be a doula, said 1 in 8 pregnancies begins as twins, and then it just vanishes. And I think that's what happened. She said the gestational sac, if that's in fact what it was collapsed, and, you know, the baby never formed a baby. And she said that could be why I'm bleeding, and if that's the case, that's probably just gonna come out on its own. And then that was a little heartbreaking. And then she saw clotting, and everything looked great. She was really, really psyched. Turned off the ultrasound machine. So there's a knock at the door, and apparently my HCG levels are very, very high for somebody who's only 9 weeks along. She said they were 163,000, which she said is very high, and she said that it could be because I had been pregnant with twins, but she said also it could be because this is a molar pregnancy, and I'd never ever heard of this before in my life, and everything was fine until she saw the HCG levels, and that is what triggered her mind into saying, whoa. She was very upfront. She wasn't sugarcoating anything. I prefer to be sugarcoated, but, you know, I can't have everything. And so I'm going to get HCG levels done again tomorrow, and I'm going to go see a specialist next week, and that's provided that nothing else happens. And I have to tell you, anybody who's a doctor or a doula or a midwife, please comment and tell me bleeding has significantly decreased. And I don't know if that is would be the case with a molar pregnancy. I'm probably going to call them. They're going to meet me and realize that I am a freak when it comes to having questions about everything. And thank God Dan was with me, because he remembers everything anybody ever said. And I'm like, did they say this? Did they say that? And he's like, well, they said you'd be gushing. And I was like, oh, because I'm not gushing anything at this moment. I wouldn't even call it like spotting. So, that's where we are. I would greatly appreciate prayers. I have a very positive outlook. I have complete and utter faith. We did go by church yesterday and went and prayed in front of the Blessed Sacrament, which I can't even begin to explain what that did for me. But, and I tried that Dorito taco at Taco Bell. I never do fast food, people, but I was starving. It was 4 o'clock. I hadn't eaten all day. I was dying of thirst. My head was throbbing. My eyes were bloodshot from crying. And to hear that everything was probably okay was such a relief that my whole entire self went, Dorito taco from Taco Bell. It was disgusting. I don't know what you all are talking about. It's horrible. I highly suggest you go get some of your own ground beef, some taco seasoning, Doritos, and your own mix, and mix it, because that thing was horrible. So that's where we are, and I hope I'm going to edit a lot of this, because this is now very, very long. Thank God I still have battery left. I take great comfort in the fact that God promises never ever to send you more than you can handle. And like Mother Teresa said, you know, I know God's not going to send me more than I can handle, but I just wish He didn't trust me so much, and I do feel like that. Check out my blog on kelloggshowkids.com. There's a link, so all you have to do is click on the link. And hopefully we'll have some fun video for you today. I'm going to take it easy. I really am. I swear to all of you, I'm taking it easy. We postponed our vacation to Moab because Carrie has to work, can't get off next week. We were going to Moab, Utah. So, no, we're going the next week. So, and Dan's got a hockey game Saturday, Carrie's got to work all next week, and now all of this, and Emmy was sick, so God really had it all planned out for us. So, we're going the following week, the week leading up to Easter. Should be fun. So there you have it. I'm going to sign off now, because I don't know how else to sign off. So there you have it. Alright, so, yeah. Alright, I'm going to have the kids film today, because I really am taking it easy. My feet are up. Matilda's here. Oh, we don't have any money. None now. No money. But Matilda's here because sanity. I need that today. Hi. Hi. You're going to have to do a lot of vlogging today. Otherwise, it's just going to be my mug talking about my problems. And that's really boring. That's not. You would sit there and listen to a 20-minute video about me talking about myself? Yeah. Really? Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to turn off the camera and I'm going to see how long you last with me talking to you. Okay. Okay. Isn't he the sweetest person? Oh! He's sweet. I have to show you something. Cardi, let's go show him what you made for me. Wait till you see this. My heart split open yesterday because he made something for me while we were off getting tests done to make sure this baby's okay. Oh, my heart is still fluttering. Cardi is the sweetest boy. So this was on our front door when I got home. Uh-oh, somebody ripped off a foot. But look, that's me. And it says, Mommy, I love you and the babies. From Cardi. Read, 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 read. You're pretty phenomenally special. You know how much I love you? You do? Give me a hug. I love you. Still, I'm moved. I'm so moved by his compassion. He's 8, and he has this ability to just love. Okay, we're gonna go finish school. Oh, you didn't make me a person, but you did babysit for everybody. And that was really super sweet of you. I love you too. And there is my little monster who woke up for 3 hours last night.
Say hi, Cameron.
What are you thinking? Hi. Get the dirt off your face.
She wants to go outside.
Yes, that's all she ever wants to do. Brody, since you don't have school, can I finish school with Cardi really quick? And you take Ellie out?
I want to.
You have school.
I know, but so Ellie has this old pink little 4-wheeler. And right now, we're in the cul-de-sac. about to go down a steep driveway. Ready, Ellie? Yeah. Come on, put it as the GoPro. Ready? Here we go. Woo! Was that fun, Ellie? Now where do you want to go? Oh, yeah. Now she wanted to bring over to the swing. We fixed it. You know that rope that we've been swinging on? We can't do that anymore because Ellie got a huge cut in his head by it. So we tied him to this swing that we found under our deck where we've been swinging. And tied it to our swing set, and she loves it. Look at her smile, smile! Not sure if you can see her, but she... That is so cute. Another thing that she likes, let me find a better spot